two, three, 1, 2, 3. Is this working? Yeah, it's working. All right, so let's get this party started. Hold on now. What is? Hey. All right, let's get this. Yeah, let's get this party started. I don't know if they can hear me. Let's see. Let's check. There's Twitch. Where's my phone? Make sure this mic is working. Testing the mic, 1, 2, 3. Testing the mic, 1, 2, 3. Okay, it's working perfectly. Hello, everybody. Good afternoon. We're about to set up I had a very frustrating time this morning with Microsoft. Like I almost deleted Microsoft Flight Sim from my system, and the reason is because I don't know. If you watched my last stream, you can see I was having issues with the rudder control, the steering, and what I use is the Thrust Master. I use let me show you what I use. The Thrust Master. Captain Airbus something. Yeah. So this is. Let me put it up. I need to rearrange some of these things. I'll delete this one. Okay. So we want a window capture. Screen capture. Okay, this is what we want. Okay, so this is what I have. This is what I have. This quadrant. This TCA. I do not. I can't tell you how frustrating this has been. Like it has been. Heck. Okay, let's put it this way. Can you imagine flying a plane with a malfunctioning rudder? Almost every time I try to do this calibration, I come back, there's an issue. Today I was going to do a flight this morning. I came back, I tried to do it, I had to do the calibration. After 2 hours, excuse me, after 2 hours, I was like, okay, that's it, I'm done. Because it just wasn't working. And the thing that really troubles me is that it works with X-Plane, it is seamless. When I tell you seamless, like if I compare X-Plane and Microsoft, it is like comparing a Mercedes and a Toyota. Let me put it that way. Now, what I want you now to kind of, yeah, you'll be wondering which one is the Mercedes, which one is the Toyota. X-Plane is the Mercedes. Microsoft is the Toyota. And I'm not saying anything bad about Toyota. Toyota is a wonderful car, don't get me wrong. I'm just trying to give you some idea, just to give you the comparison here. It is very frustrating for me that Microsoft, with its huge budget, cannot get this flight sim working as good as X-Plane. You understand? X-Plane is seamless, and X-Plane's team is probably 1/1000th what Microsoft has, but yet they cannot produce something that is as comparable as X-Plane. So this flight right now that I'm about to do is on X-Plane, and I want you to compare it to what I've been doing on Microsoft Flight Sim. And when I got the Microsoft Flight Sim, I've been flying the 2020. I tried to do the 2040. My buddy on here that I fly games with, he told me that he bought it, and he told me that, look, they should not have released this 2020. It's like we are the guinea pigs. You know, it's like we are the ones trying out. It's like we are paying to be part of a beta testing program for Microsoft. So it's like anybody that just bought that Microsoft game. It's like you just paid Microsoft to be part of their beta testers. So I got it. I said, okay, let me try it. I got it. I tried it. After 3 hours, I was trying to figure out how to get my money back. I asked for a refund, and I got my refund. And that's it for 2024 Microsoft. It's not ready. It was never ready. Like it's an absolute mess as far as I'm concerned. Now, I now went back again to Microsoft 2020, which is very stable, and as you can see from the videos, it has been very good. But the issue that I'm having is their integration with Thrustmaster. How difficult would it be for Microsoft to get in touch with Thrustmaster and say, hey, can you develop something that people that play with Microsoft can just do and integrate easily? How difficult is that? But Explain is like a plug and play. So this is Explain, and I'm about to do, I'm about to do a flight from DC to Atlanta. Everything Explain. So just look at it and let me know if it's something that you will mess with, if it's something that is you can compare with the Microsoft or not. But in terms of control, in terms of flight dynamics, in terms of realism, there is no comparison between Explain and Microsoft. None. Explain is it. The only thing I wish that Explain would do, and I've tried, this is like 15, 12 years ago, I've contacted them. I'm so passionate about this program that I've reached out directly to the two owners, and I've tried to make suggestions to them. So Microsoft is geared towards entertainment. Explain is geared towards realism. I've asked Explain, can we get a bit of both? Can you come a little bit? Can you add some entertainment to it? And what I was asking for was very simple. Like people like myself that really enjoy this and would not mind making something out of this. What I'm asking for is an external screen, a screen where viewers can be able to choose what views they want and be able to maybe pay a subscription for it. I don't care if it's going to be a subscription based, a special Explain subscription for creators, you know, which will allow them to have access to views that they can extend to their viewers, you know, based on whatever criteria they want, you know. So for me, for example, what I'm saying is this, like for instance, let's say you want to be part of this, you want to participate in this flight, right? For me, this is my view. I'm the pilot, so this is it basically for me. I mean, I can't, this is it. Now, but you are not, you're trying to get an experience on the flight. So you may not want this view. You may want this view. Let me see, give me a, no, I need cabin. You may want this view. Do you understand? You may want that view, you know, whatever view you want. So you may decide, okay, I'm going to participate in this guy's flight, but I want to be able to have access to this view. So you are going to sit here maybe throughout the flight, or you can move around or whatever, it doesn't matter. But I want that option. But Explain said it's not realistic. How is that not realistic? How is that not realistic? They said, well, they're trying to make their flight system first-person based. Well, I understand, but there's nothing. It's not going to cost you anything. It's not gonna affect your baseline, because this is just an extra thing you're having on top, especially for creators. You know, so if for somebody like me, that if I don't mind paying a subscription fee where I can have access to this and I can extend it to my viewers. That's all I'm asking. That's really it. But they don't want to do it, and I don't know why. But anyway, so this is explained, and we're about to do a flight from Washington DC to Atlanta. So let's begin. I've not used SAM for a while. But I'm gonna try them today. I've not used them. But I'm just curious. Let me just try them. Let me see what's gonna happen. I wanna see if the law. Okay, here we go. Okay. Alright, so that's fine. Okay, so I set the doors to auto. Let me see if they open automatically. Okay, they're just loading right now. Okay, let's get inside. Why is it saying JetBlue 293? Hold on. That's not my flight. Okay, hold on. I think I didn't generate it. She is DAL737. Alright, let's try it again. Oh goodness, it has already taken it. Now that's the other thing. How do you reset? I need to reset this back to the image. So let me go back and do this. Runway 33. and then I conclude. That's what it is. Set to current and then take off. That's what I want you to compute it. CG out of range. CG is not out. Give me 1 second. Let me reload the flight real quick. Give me 1 second. I'll be right back. I'll be right back. Let me reload it real quick. Almost done. Okay, so let me do this. So flight 737 DC Atlanta 36,000, departing 33. Okay, and that's what I have. Let me go ahead and pre-file it on the VATSIM while this is loading, so that we should be able to depart real fast without wasting much time. So
Pushback failure. Aircraft appears to not have any steerable gears.
all right, and we're back. Okay. All right. So okay. I apologize. Let's get this done right now. I think what messed me up in the beginning was that SAM. I'm not going to use the SAM. So now I know I need to, there's something else, there's a ground handling thing that I had before, but I don't know why, what must have happened to it. So I'm not going to mess with this SAM because it got things, the statistics, I think, got things a little messed up for me. But I wonder if it can override it. I wonder if I can override it. I wonder if I can override it. Should we try it? No, no, I won't try it. I'll find some other thing that will give me some vehicle handling thing here. So for now, let's just keep going. All right, so let's get back in there. We can go ahead and should pull up right. So now we got it. Yep, so now we got it. That's the problem. That's the good thing about automation. That's also the bad thing about automation. Okay, so we can go ahead and DC image 133 flask. That's done. Our perf, let's see our fuel. So we calculated in here. We can go ahead and do the uplink, request the data. Received, insert it. We're going flaps 3. Okay, that's fine. Okay, let me see if this will work. Passenger, to add some middle wheels into it.
Hello, ladies and gentlemen. I would love to welcome you aboard our flight. When you find your seat, please be sure to place your larger carry-on items in the overhead bins and smaller items underneath the seat in front of you. Unless you're in the front row, please place all of your items in the overhead bins. If you have any trouble finding a location for your carry-on items, please let a flight attendant know and we would be happy to assist you. If the overhead bin is full after you put your carry-on inside of it, please close the bin as a courtesy to other passengers. Once all your items are put away, please clear the aisle and sit down in your seat to allow other passengers to find their seats as well. If you are seated in an emergency exit row, please read the exit seating responsibilities in the safety card in the seat back in front of you. Please make sure you are willing and able to perform the actions required. If you are not able or prefer not to perform these actions, please let a flight attendant know so you can be reseated. You are free to use your portable electronic devices during the boarding process. We ask that larger electronic devices are stowed once we depart from the gate. Thank you and welcome aboard.
All right, Captain, got the directions. Let me know through the menu when you're ready. Great news, Captain, your tow's coming. All right, looks like the doors and hatches are closed and we're ready to connect. Welcome aboard, Captain. Tow's connected, bypass pins inserted. Go and kill the parking brake when you're ready to go. Here comes the pushback. Light 'em up.
We're ready to go when you are. Good morning, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome aboard Flight 737 with service to Atlanta. Our flight time will be roughly 1 hour and 24 minutes. Now that the cabin door is closed, please make sure that all devices are in airplane mode and your large devices are now shut down and stowed. Please fasten your seatbelt and make sure that all tray tables and seat backs are in a full upright and locked position for departure. Cabin crew, prepare doors for departure, cross-check, verify straps, and stand by for all calls. Ladies and gentlemen, please direct your attention to the front of the aircraft for a safety demonstration. When the seatbelt light is on, please make sure that your seatbelt is fastened low and tight across your lap. To fasten, insert the metal fittings into one another. Tighten by pulling on the loose end of the strap. To release your seatbelt, lift the upper portion of the buckle. In the event that the seatbelt light is not on, we suggest that you keep your seatbelt fastened in case of unexpected turbulence. There are several emergency exits on this aircraft. Please take a few moments now to locate your nearest exit. In some cases, your nearest exit may be behind you. If we need to evacuate the aircraft, floor-level lighting will guide you towards the exit. In the event of a decompression, an oxygen mask will drop in front of you.
Just about done here. Go ahead and set your parking brake.
Pull the mask towards you. Place it firmly over your nose and mouth. Secure the elastic band behind your head. Tighten the straps if necessary, and breathe normally. Although the bag does not inflate, oxygen is flowing.
And we're disconnecting the tow. Give me just a moment.
Someone who requires assistance, secure your mask on first, and then again cover. Keep your mask on until a member of the crew advises you to secure it. In the unlikely event of a water leak, a life vest is located in the pouch under the seat or between the armrests. When instructed to do so, open the plastic pouch and remove the vest. Flip it over your head. Wrap the straps around your waist and buckle up the front. Pull the straps tightly. To inflate the vest, pull firmly on the red cord only when exiting the aircraft. If your life vest does not inflate automatically, blow into the mouthpieces for manual inflation. The vest is equipped with a whistle and light. If necessary, your seat cushion can be used as a secondary flotation device. Pull the cushion from the seat, slip your arms into the straps, and hug the cushion to your chest. Once again, all devices must be in airplane mode.
And we're disconnected. Signal and pin on the right. Take it easy and have a safe flight.
Please securely stow your personal items. Make sure your seatbelts are fastened and seat backs and tray tables are in their full upright position. We remind you that this is a non-smoking flight. Tampering with, disabling, or destroying the smoke detectors located in the lavatories is prohibited by law. All of this information and more can be found in the safety card located in the seat back in front of you. We suggest reading this and letting a cabin member know if you have any questions. Thank you for flying with us again, and we hope you enjoy your flight. cabin is ready.
explains things producing a better product, then you get my point. This is expert. Microsoft in all its glory cannot replicate this. Why?
Gentlemen, we have now passed 10,000 feet. You may now turn on your larger portable electronic devices. This is also a reminder to please keep your seatbelt fastened while you're seated and do not congregate in the galleys or near the lavatory.
So let's look at some of the views. So what's going to happen is this. I'm trying to find a way to some of you who have been following me this person. I've been doing this as just a habit for me. But ever since dementia, basically office job is off, and it's kind of very difficult now in this society now that everybody is almost anti-remote. So yes, so even though I have a master's in corporate finance, please, if anybody knows anybody that I can send you my resume. I have huge experiences, like huge. I've taken math K-12. One of the things that I would love to do, and I never got around to doing it, is to have an online class for students where I can teach them like on YouTube, because I'm very good at it. When I say I'm very good at teaching math, I can tell you when I say I'm good at it, and it's not just let me tell you, look at, let me give you this is the scenario. Let me give you this is what happened. In 2004, the math teacher at Catholic High School, St. Francis Xavier Catholic School in DC, passed. So I came in to help. It was supposed to be a temporary thing, but I ended up doing it for about 3-4 years. And what happened was, I've never taught officially in the US. At this point, I was still in my religious monastic. I used to be a monk, so I never taught before, but like I approach everything that I do in life. I have to have a people sense understanding of what is going on. So what I did was I created an assessment for all the students. And it was the first time I discovered that in the United States they have students that were supposed to be in the 7th grade, but they were still performing below 4th grade. And I know that it suddenly occurred to me that those were the students that were actually acting up in class. So the problem is not that they were acting up in class because they were bad students. The problem is that they're acting up in class because they were bored. It was a big, it was an aha moment for me. I could almost literally draw a line. The correlation was there. My students that were acting up in class were not doing well in math. But the reason why they're acting up in class is not because they are bad, right? It's because they are bored with what I'm doing. They don't understand. So here I am trying to teach 7th grade math to someone that has not mastered 4th grade concept. So I'm speaking Greek. I'm speaking Roman. So I created diversified learning 2005. Never taught before. Never taught before. Never taught before. The first attack I got was from the parents, because the kids went home and explained to the parents. Like, the parents thought that, how would I put it? Because I don't want to put it in a bad way. The parents felt like I was putting dumb kids together. Let me just put it that way, as cruel as it sounds. But that's how one of them told me. And you know how she told me that? Because the son believed that the boy that he's now next to is dumb. Can you imagine that? So everything I heard from the parents was like, oh my goodness, the parents teacher, what do they call it? You know how you have the parents teacher conference? Mine was lined up around the block. Everybody wanted to see this new Nigerian, because that's the word, because that's the thing. Everybody went home to tell them about this new Nigerian teacher with an accent that is suddenly that think he's all that. My son has been an A student all his life. Suddenly you're claiming my son is not is supposed to sit in this level. What do you mean? Oh my goodness, the attack was they went and reported me to the principal. Because obviously this has never happened in education. I didn't know I was doing something revolutionary, but something that ended up costing me my job, and now something that is now being celebrated 15 years later. And the sad part, and what hurts me so much, is the 15 years that we have lost because somebody came up with an idea that was different from what these PhD educators were used to, and they kicked me out because they said it was too revolutionary. But anyway, so the principal came. I said to the principal, I need you to trust me, please. Just trust me. Trust me. Please trust me. He's like, we don't do this. You can't put them. You have everybody to. I said, no. I'm not here to teach. I'm here to educate. I can teach in university. I can teach adults. I'm not here to teach these kids. I'm here to educate them. That has always been my approach to K-12 education. The principal said, okay, all right. I can only do this for so long. I can only hold the parents back for so long. Then I did my research. I found out that the school, my school was an inner city school. Inner city school. About 99% of them were minority. And the book, the edition was like, gosh, before Abraham, like I was like, why are we still using what's it? I looked at the textbook, there were no colors. It was all black and white. I said, no, this is 22. That was then 21. That was 2004. Right? I said, no, I need some colors. I'm a very visual learner. I'm very good with patterns. I see things. I'm beginning to recognize that the way I see things is not the way most people see things. Because people tend to underestimate me until they give me the opportunity and I prove myself like I did at this school. But let me finish. I looked at their textbook and I checked the other school. There was another school up the schools in Northwest DC. I checked one of my friends there. I looked up their textbook, beautiful, black, white, with a lot of colors. I asked, why are my students' textbooks different from the other schools in Upper Northwest? Why? Why is my school, why are my kids, their textbooks, why are they like 7 editions different from the Upper Northwest schools textbook? Same Catholic school, same consortium, different textbooks. I didn't know that I was striking a nerve. So my kids, their textbooks were changed immediately. Then I did another research. I discovered what was gaining a little momentum then called the smart board. I went to the principal. I said, I want to buy the smart board. Can you get me one? He said, we don't have money for it. That they've already done the budget for the year. I said, no problem. That weekend, I used my credit card. I drove to Chantilly, Virginia. The company is still there. It's called Acuity. I don't know if they still remember me from 2004, 2005. It's such a long time. I rented a U-Haul XL. Don't ever drive a U-Haul XL. You'll fall in love. I rented a U-Haul XL and I drove all the way to Chantilly, Virginia. I bought the smart board. I brought it back to the school. I had it installed. And that weekend, I spent working on my lesson plans and adapting my math class to the smart board. On Monday, my class was different. For the first time, you had kids that were lining up and jumping up and down in excitement in Brother E's class. For the first time, you have kids that were literally trying to come to Brother E's class before their time. You have kids running to do math. You had kids excited to talk about math because math became a living color. You teach them concepts. You teach them you teach them applications. You teach them. I don't know. Anyway. So the next months later they had their well, I can't remember the name of this test, but this test that they have school middle school students. My kids, the test scores increased by over 45%. Over 45% increase in math. That statistics does not exist anywhere in the United States, but it existed in the classroom of somebody who had never taught. It was so successful that the principal called me, refunded me the money that I paid for the smart board, and he had a smart board installed in every single classroom in that school. I have never taught before. However, I knew there was more work to be done. I took the smart board to the next level. I noticed that my students were missing classes. Oh, doctor's visit. Oh, blah, blah, blah. I stopped all the excuses. I started recording my classes. Now that function is now inbuilt in Smartboard. It was not at that time. The Smartboard at that time was used more for a presentation tool. But I was the first person in Washington, D.C., and I claim it. I'm the first person in Washington, D.C. in 2004, middle school teacher, St. Francis Xavier Catholic School, that integrated the Smartboard into the classroom. It was so successful that Smartboard, that the company asked me, they wanted to give me a sales job because they said that this is the best tool, that I'm the best person to sell this product because I have figured out how to use this product in the classroom. So I started recording my classes, I started putting it on the internet, and parents were able to access their kids' the lessons we did and be able to help them with their classes. This was in 2004, 2005. It had never been done by then. Today it exists. No more students, no person ever had any issues again. Oh, I didn't come to school. No. You go online, you see what we did. You see the homework. The parents have a how-to on the homework, how to help your child. No more suddenly coming to me in the middle of the school year because you're surprised about. I posted the kids' grades online, just like we do it now. All of these things were non-existent at that time. I built the website. I never knew how to build a website, but we needed one, and I built one. I learned it, and I built it, and I commissioned it. It was wonderful. 2 years later, the principal called me into his office. Unfortunately, the consortium, the head of the school consortium of schools decided that my school was way advanced more than others, and therefore she decided to pull everything down. I'm not kidding you, man. I wish I remember her name. I wish I remember her name. I have so many words I would like to use for her, but unfortunately I can't. Because what hurts me about these things is not, I don't care about who shows what? I care about the students the opportunities that have been missed. Here I am in 2004, 2006, thinking that I have made such an innovation that they're going to take me away from my school because I purposefully wanted to teach inner city schools. And I said, oh my goodness, they're going to say, oh my God, you're so good, let's move you to better schools in a very promise. I was afraid of that, but instead,
Please look in your seat back for a list of
my
complimentary
contract was not renewed.
Premium drinks are available for a small charge. If you wish to make an additional
They
purchase,
said I was doing
only
too
accept
much.
credit cards.
I was so devastated that I quit K-12 education. I left. In fact, let me tell you how successful my math class was. When I went back to K-12 education, one of the schools I was teaching in, guess who was there? One of my students in 2004. So when I went back to education, I ended up being a co-teacher with one of my teachers. And do you know what? She was able to recite the mnemonics that I had them learn before walking into my classroom from 2004. Tell me that that is not a model that you would think that people would like to emulate. But the problem is that I discovered way into education that it was never really about it was a lot of it is just for show. A lot of it is just for show. We have the capacity, we have the resources to solve our problems. We have the resources, we have the power, if any problem we want to solve in this world, if we want to solve that problem, we can solve it. Any problem. You want to solve world hunger? If we want to solve world hunger, we can do it. We can. Okay, hold on. We've gone too far. Let's see. Let me get it. So the reason, part of the reason I said, part of the reason I said all this is because I don't believe I'm a genius. I do not believe I'm a genius. I just believe that a lot of people pretend that they want to solve problems. You understand? Like it's, you know, it's like getting hired to solve a problem, and you propose a solution to the problem, and then you sort of discover that, oh, people before you have already proposed this solution, and you're now trying to figure out, okay, so what is, obviously this solution is required, this solution is needed, this solution will make a difference. So you are now puzzled as to, okay, so why are we not implementing the solution? You know, you're sitting there looking at the solution, and everybody around you is doing 50 steps of that, 20 steps of that, 300 reasons of that, and you're just looking at the solution, and every other person is just dancing around it, and you're just looking at it. Like, can't you see what I'm seeing? Like, just look at it. A lot of the problems we create in our society, we created those problems. Like, we literally, it's like they were non-existent, and we just said, let's have some chaos. Let's have some chaos for a little bit. I'll give you a very good example, and that is this war against drugs. I'll give you a good example. Marijuana. Marijuana was legalized in Maryland a couple of years ago. Prior to that, people were talking about it like everybody will turn into zombies. People have been jailed. I know a friend that lost everything. I know it has cost a lot, especially to the black and brown communities, with regards to bad cops, giving bad cops an opportunity to stop people. Oh, I smell something. You have cops smelling things 5 miles away. Suspicion. They could smell something, so they need to search the car. That's all you need. You smell something. It was hurting communities. It destroyed a lot of families. Today, you can go outside now, and almost the same people that were criticizing it, the same people that were stroking it like everybody will turn into zombies. We're all gonna, if you legalize weed, oh my God, it's, woo, nobody should come outside. Like, they're all smoking it. And because they are the rich ones, they are now the ones controlling it. The problem was never about, the problem was just the control. That's it. And they even found a way to go around it. So even though it's still a federal issue, the states now still allow it, but you pay cash. So you have something on the federal level that is considered crime, but is allowed at the state level, but you have to pay cash. You can't pay with card because bank and financial system is on the federal level. You see how we're able to, you see what I'm saying? You see how people were able to manipulate and make something work to get something out of it. Weed was never the problem. Weed was never the problem. We made it a problem. We used it, we weaponized it. We put a lot of fathers in jail for it. And now we are wondering why the sons are causing havoc. Right? When you have used this to destroy all these African American communities, now you're making money out of it. No apologies given. They still do not benefit of it. What they suffer the most of, they still do not benefit of it, because to get such a license, you have to have some serious capital. And we all know what it means to have capital in the United States. We all know what it means to get credit. Who better should benefit from this weed than people that have been incarcerated in the name of it? Right? People decided Mandela should be president, should be the first black president of South Africa because of what he suffered. So you would think, okay, the communities that suffered the most from this thing that we mistakenly and misjudged, how can we make sure that they benefit from the destruction that we already unleashed, that will take generations? Because we are talking about generations here. So when people come and say, oh, don't go to this neighborhood, it's not that the people there are bad. You need to understand that things do not grow in a vacuum. We create our problems. Then we spend so much time trying to solve them. Why create them in the first place? We create them because so many reasons. Because we are afraid of each other. Stand each other. We're envious of each other. We can't tolerate each other. We're fearful of each other. Why? The neighbor that you cannot stand today, the black and brown neighbor that you cannot stand today, if an alien suddenly shows up at your doorstep with 2 heads and 5 hands, believe me, you will need that neighbor's help to fight whatever comes in that front door of yours. I don't think you'll be asking that neighbor of yours about his citizenship when you need his or her help. There's so much hate, there's so much hypocrisy, there's so much, for what reason? I don't understand. I don't understand. Today you're alive, tomorrow you're gone. Most of us will not be here in the next 50 years. in the next 100 years, most everybody listening to this will not be alive. Period. Like, so what's the point? So why? You know, like it baffles me sometimes. If I can make your life better, let's say the greatest, the number one person you love in this world is your daughter, for example. If I can make your life better, and by that, make your daughter's life better, does it matter what my color is? Like just think about it for 1 second. Just think about it right now. Think about it. Your daughter, no, I don't want to. Your daughter has, she won this, she won this award. She won this wonderful award, or she won this opportunity to go to this school that only 1 in a million people get to attend. She needs $20,000. And she needs it today. The only way you can get that $20,000 right now is to ask your neighbor next door. And you are 100% sure that if you just ask, you will get it. Like you are 100% sure that the money is yours. All you need to do is just ask. Would you? I'm sure you would. I'm sure even the most racist person would do it for the sake of the daughter, or for the sake of whatever he or she loves. America, we need to understand that what makes this country great is still ahead. I know, sorry. The English is a little messed up, but I know exactly what I may have some difficulty trying to say exactly what I'm trying to say. But just work with me. I know why I'm using both tenses. Whatever you think has been the glory of the United States of America, that is nowhere comparable to what is ahead of it. Why do I say that? Because America is not fully functional now. Somebody convinced us that somebody has convinced us that as a body we can decide to cut off one hand and be better. Somebody has convinced us that if you cut off one of your legs, your body you'll be a better human. Somebody has convinced us that if we get rid, or if we destroy, or if we dehumanize some parts of our body, that it makes us stronger. I know to you is like, that doesn't make sense, but that's it. We are all here. Black, white, brown, green, pink, whatever color you have. If we believe that others can make a difference in our lives, we should be open to receiving them. We should be open to welcoming them. It should not be a threat to us. If I know you're coming to make my life better, if I know you bring value to me, you bring value to my family, you bring me value, why does it matter if you are black or brown or white? Unless I am inherently a wicked soul. Because then there is nothing I love enough to become selfless. There is nothing I love enough to sacrifice myself to. And that is evil. Because every religion talks about self-sacrifice. Every religion talks about self-giving. Because no religion proposes that this world is the final full stop. This is a transition. We are all passing by. Because we can't fake death. No matter how hard we try, we're all going to die one day. You can say, oh, I will never die. I know there's one gentleman that is doing some show about he will never die or whatever. That is, that's stupid. He's gonna die. One day he's gonna die, whether he likes it or not. If you jump up, you're gonna fall down. It's called gravity. You don't have an option. You don't go on the 20th floor and see if you're gonna land safely. You will die. It's really that simple. It's I was thinking the other day, I said, what would you call a country like the United States? But just like if in the US, what would you call the US if racism was like if people fight against racism? There's something I mean when I say fight against. Like you see how if we have the same passion for racism as we have for anti-Semitism, like if we have that kind of passion for racism for this country, anti-racism, imagine how far we can go as a country. just now, she said something about when she sees a black doctor, a black female doctor, she immediately thinks, what did she? How did she say? She immediately thinks that the university must have really gone below to hire her, like as if, like. We do not get anything by destroying anybody. Go by what? 23. So to me, one of the things I would like to do is to have an online class, online YouTube, because of my situation now. Because my mom, she has dementia, I can't really. I do Uber Black, services. I don't know. Challenges too. So if you know somebody that is really interested, I have a master's, I have a MBA in corporate finance. I studied in project management. I have over 8 years in K-12 education. I have over 8 years in hospitality management. I've worked for Marriott, I've worked for Hilton, I've worked for Kimpton, I've worked for Holiday Inn. I'm a person that enjoys a unique role would be an educator. She was an educator. Yes. Mom was a primary school teacher. So that's probably where I got to use teaching values from. Yeah, my mom, she taught elementary school in Nigeria. She came to know a lot of stuff. But you know what? One thing, let me share with you one of the things that pain me so much. This life, we can, if we want, we can really make each other's life a little bit better. We can. So here she is now, dementia. I'm not a doctor, but I know she went through a lot of financial stress. I remember there were times that she was not paid for like 6 months, but she had to go work every day or else lose her job. And I was told that it's still like that in Nigeria today. It's still happening today. Some people are not paid, and they have to go to work. And their bosses are knights of are big people in the church. They are big emirs. They are big religious leaders. These same governors that owe people their salaries, they come to the church. They have prayer services. You watch as pastors praise them. You watch as religious people praise them, bless them. You watch somebody that owes your mom money for 6 months. You watch a pastor put his hands over him and pray and ask the whole congregation to stretch out their hands and pray. Religion. So now I believe that part of all that stress is what she's going through. And it hurts my soul. But like most things in my life, I have learned to reach deep in my heart when things like this, when I find things like this that don't make sense. And that is that I have a deep-rooted belief that there is a supreme being. This is transient. I'm only here for a short while. I don't know why. But it's not a question of if, it's a question of when. I will die one day. So this, I find it so funny. I find it so funny sometimes. Death. Do you know, I shared this with a friend of mine, and he thought I was trying to kill myself. But look at this. I said to him, life, I thought about this when I was at the monastery. But it's like life is so full of opposites. And I suddenly found that, okay, plus minus, up down, good bad, negative positive. When a child is born, the child is crying. Every other person is happy. The child is everybody like yeah. baby. Right? I believe that at death it's the opposite. I believe that at death people will be crying. Yeah. Oh, thank God. Oh my gosh. Whew. Wow. Why did I go? No, I shouldn't say that. I should say that. No, I should say that. No, that's it. I was about to say something. I shouldn't say that. But you understand what I'm saying. Like it's the circle of life. But I'm talking about natural death. Please, nobody, please don't. No. The circle of life. I have enough to go around. I have so much. We have enough to go around. We have enough. We have more than enough to go around. Nobody. Yeah. It's sad that somewhere, somebody is in so desperate need that somebody somewhere now, $20 can change their life. Somebody somewhere now, $500 can change their life. Somebody somewhere now, $1,000 is all they need to be alive. more than enough. There's this question that I cannot get out of my head. You know, in the monastery, while I was in the monastery, every day we had to at least spend an hour on the scripture. And there are some of these questions in the scripture that hit me too hard. And one of them is this: what would it profit you if you gain everything and you lose your soul? Like that thing is such like that. That's a deep question. And then the other one that is like, oh my goodness, this one I told me, my friend said he's gonna whisper it in my ears when I'm dying. I told him that I will hate him for life for that. And he said he's gonna whisper in my ear and say, what was that? What was it again? Who was that? I just forgot. I was laughing about it. He said he was gonna whisper and say, yes. If Yahweh is your God, why did you not just follow him? Like, in other words, he was trying to say that, you know, he was going to make me remember every time that I made a conscious decision to do the wrong thing. You know, in other words, that question is so interesting. You know the right thing. Why don't you do it? Why don't you do it? A lot of us know the right thing. A lot of us, we know, inside us, we know the right thing to do. You know the right thing. You know you don't have to fire this person. You know you don't have to scream at this lady. You know you don't have to put your hands on her. You know it. But someday. One day we're all going to go. One day, I don't know. Rich or poor, black or white, we're all going to go. Today may be my last day. I don't know. Then people will be playing this. It'll be so popular. People will be like, oh my goodness, oh my gosh, oh my God, he's probably. He predicted his death. Oh my God. you know how things happen. You know how people become celebrities when they die. Listen, let me let everybody know. Like, this is the point where I say, if you have any money for me, please bring it while I'm alive. Thank you. Yeah, don't wait. No. I told I'm originally from Nigeria, and one of the biggest issues I have, and I know they're gonna attack me for this. I'm Igbo, Chinedu, that's my name. You can tell where I'm from. One of the biggest issues I have with our culture is the funeral issue. Oh my God. I have friends that have gone bankrupt because they have to bury their father. It is, in our culture, it is a huge, like, it is so huge. Like, look, that you don't have money is not an excuse. Let me just put it that way. You know, so, you can tell where everybody is from Nigeria from the name. So once I say Chile, because you say like Tunde, you're like, oh, let me see. We're about to start this. We're going to start talking about this. you prefer, like, I really prefer explain to Microsoft at this point. Like, I really prefer explain. If you feel that you can still watch this, then because I would rather do explain that, because Microsoft is a headache sometimes. So it's yeah.
We have begun our final descent into Atlanta. Flight attendants will be passing through the cabin to collect any trash one final time. Please ensure tray tables are stowed and seats are in the full upright position. Please also store any carry-on items either in the seat back pocket or under the seat center.
2,500. 2,000. 1,000. 500. 400. 300. 200. 100. 50, 40, 30, 20, retard, 10, 5.
Gentlemen, welcome to Atlanta. The local time is 1:05 p.m. and it's currently about 64 degrees Fahrenheit. You can now use your mobile devices. Please remain seated until the aircraft has come to a complete stop and the seatbelt sign is turned off. Remember to use caution when opening the overhead bins as items may have shifted during the flight. We thank you for flying with us.
Okay, so usually after the end of every flight, I record some videos that I post on social media, and this is one place that explain beats Microsoft hands down, and that is this: they have the replay built in. Microsoft have several third parties doing their stuff, but it's not as efficient as this. Sometimes it's okay, sometimes you've seen in my previous videos a lot of crashes. Explain not like that. You can go all the way to the beginning of the flight, like this one now. This will take me from the beginning of the entire flight to the end. So let's say I want to record this whole flight from one perspective. I can do that. I can maneuver things. But right now, I'm just interested in the arrival. So I just need some about 5 or 7, 15, 30-second shots for my clips. Those are the ones that you've seen on YouTube and so on. They're just 15, 30 minutes. All right. Okay, there is this shot that I noticed people like a lot from my previous video, so I'm gonna try and get it. This shot right here, I noticed that a lot of people like this shot, so let me get it. I'm about to record. like that. I like that. Yeah, that's another shot right there. Let me do a better one. Let me do a better one. Let me see. See how X-Plane does it without no crashes, nothing. Ugh. Okay. So, ladies and gentlemen, part of the fun for any streamer is to have a seamless stream. And if you watch all my streams, you will not find any that has been so seamless like this. So I think I'm going to be doing Explain going forward. You can see the excellent views I'm able to get. I may do flights, I may do Microsoft every now and then, like the A350. But most of my flights, like this one that I'm about to do a world tour, introducing Farika, and I'm going to be using the A321. It's going to be 27 stops. Somebody's helping me to build it. So once I get that, it's going to be explained that I would use for all of the flights. Maybe Microsoft. I may use Microsoft every now and then. They have another A321 there too, but mostly to be explained because I don't want the drama, the headache of all that configuration. All right, we have arrived at Atlanta. So yes, please, my linked tree is on my profile, and my LinkedIn is on there. My name and my resume, and anybody that has any connection to a remote job opportunity, something I can work from home. In order to be able to still help my mom with dementia, I would greatly appreciate it. Like I said earlier, I have my master's in corporate finance, and I've worked in education. They said if you're in a field more than 4 years, you're an expert in it. More than 4 years. Well, I've been an expert. Then you consider me an expert in hospitality. I've been in there for more than 8 years. You consider me an expert in K-12 education. I've been in there for more than 8 years. You consider me an expert in monasticism and Catholicism. I've been in there for more than 8 years. if that would count, when you're desperate, everything counts. When you're desperate, you need to. When you're desperate, you need to add everything you can add, like anything. Yes. I attempted medical school, but I didn't. Yeah, I tried to go to medical school. I did 1 year, but I failed out for personal reasons. I was okay with the theory, but I wasn't okay with the practicals. The cadavers, I was having nightmares. Medicine is not for the weak. It's not easy. It's not. It's not. Right now, if you see me, any nurse that is trying to give me an injection, they know what they go through. I can't stand the sight of needle. It's like, yeah. So. But finance, I love finance. I love working with Excel. I love working with large data. And one thing about me is that don't even just judge me by what I know. If you have any job opportunity that you want to challenge me with, please, I love challenges. some of the stories I mentioned, like the one I told about my what I did at St. Francis Xavier Catholic School. That was my first time of being a teacher. So don't judge me by what. Don't say, "Oh, he hasn't done this before." No, no, no. Throw it at me. I love those challenges. You know, I went into hospitality. I never went into hospitality before. The next thing I was, the first office I went into hospitality was assistant auditor. And I was hired within 4 weeks. The auditor was on vacation. And Colin Winogrado, Colin, I know you're in DC. If you can hear me, you can testify. They were wondering how in the world is he going to be able to handle it. You know, his boss is on vacation. Well, we held it down. And I made such an impact. I was able to, I was handling the debts, what do you call those? Those were the good old days of swiping credit cards and getting imprint of the credit cards. You all know those days if you're old enough. Some of us that never crossed 35 years, you know, we've been 35 years for the past 30 years. You all know yourselves. But anyway, so what I'm saying is, for those of us who still remember those good old days, you have to swipe credit cards and also make imprint of the credit cards. Yes, I was one of those people at the holiday at the Hampton Inn. Yes, the Hampton Inn by Hilton. At that time, they promised 100% satisfaction. I don't know if they still have it now, but yes, you could, for whatever reason, get ask for your money back and you receive it. So my job was to make sure that, you know, that didn't happen. Like people enjoyed their stay to perfection. You know what I mean? Because excellence is what I've always represented. So, but I was in accounting. So when I took a good look, I was able to say, okay, now something is wrong here. I made some suggestions to the front office. They were not really followed, but finally, a big faux pas cost me to be promoted immediately to front office manager. Because if the steps I had outlined were followed, then that faux pas would not have occurred. So that was how it occurred. To me, a lot of things with life is really common sense. And I know it sounds, I shouldn't be calling it common because I've seen a lot of stuff that is not common. Like the crazy guy that almost got us killed the other day at BW Parkway. Like, I don't understand. Yeah, like, that your car can go 100, that your dashboard says your car can go up to 180 miles. It does not mean that you should go 180 miles. Like, it doesn't. There are other things that you have to put into consideration. First of all, that car is 50 years old. You understand? Second of all, I know from the look of your tires, those brakes, you know, like, come on, man, this is a machine. It could fail at any point in time. So what happened? 2-lane traffic, BW Parkway. I'm there, cruising along. I like to put my car on cruise control. I have an SUV, and it loves gas more than it loves me. So I put my car on cruise control as much as much as I can, right? So here I am with my cruise control, minding my own business, enjoying my little Taylor Swift song, just blabbing. Next thing, somebody wants to overtake me. No problem. And right as he's trying to overtake me, another person decides, okay, I can't wait for him to overtake you. Guess what? I'm going to overtake you too from the right side. The problem is that that's not the road. You are now on the curb. And the problem is that I can see a couple of feet ahead, there's a car that is broken down on the curb. He can see it. I can see it. And here he comes. I'm already doing about 60. So he slams on his throttle. I can hear his engine rev up. So I know he's trying to go at least about 80, 90. But he has no idea that right around that bend, there is a car that is right there. Okay. So, what did I do? I slammed on my brakes. I slammed on my brakes and he overtook me. He barely made it through the gap. So to him, it's GTA. To him, he's like, oh my, I'm sure to himself, he's like thinking, damn, I'm such a wonderful driver, man. Like, to him, he's probably like, oh my goodness, I wish somebody caught this on camera, man. Like, he's probably high-fiving himself and all that. Bro, I have a V8. You have a V6. If I step on my V8, you will not even see what kind of car I'm driving in seconds. I chose to be alive. For me, because I have elderly parents that I can't leave this world now, because I would have loved so much for me and you to appear in the next life, and I'll be like, I'll look at you and I said, you just had to learn this lesson, sir. I would have loved that so much. Like, I would have, like, if not for the people I'm going to leave behind, man, I feel like this is one person that just needs to learn a lesson, because it's like he's been doing this for a long time. I was about to like, okay, today is the day. But then I considered the person also that will be affected, and that's the person, the innocent bystander that is by his car. I couldn't let that happen. So I had to humble myself and let a fool feel like he has the upper hand. And sometimes that is life. Sometimes that is life. You just have to, in order to live another day, you just, But anyway, if you have anybody who has a job prospect, please, 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 I would love to. I would love to. Unless somebody is willing to pay for airplane videos, Oh, and by the way, I have this also. I have something else on the side that I do for anybody who is interested. And that is, let me pull it up. I'm one of those people that I like to learn things. If you look at my resume, you think a lot of people think it's fake, but it's not fake. I do a lot of self. Like, if I didn't know how to build a website, I know I needed one. I learned how to do it, for the school in 2004. Things like that. I like to take pictures. I got a camera. I go and take pictures. It's so, like, to me, that's just, it's out there. Go get it. Like, if you really want it so bad, you get it. You get it. You will get it. You will get it. You will get it. If you want it so bad, you will get it. It might take a time. It might take 2 years. It might take a while. But if you want it, you can get it. You can. You may have to put in some work, but you can get it. Okay, so I'm trying to pull up this website. How do I... Let me get it now. Okay, here, that's it. So this is what I do on the side. I used to do photography years ago. Crystal Photo was you can see the name. So that was way back then, 2000s. So I went and I copyrighted the name, Crystal Photo. And since then, I've just been renewing it every year. I said to myself, I'm going to use this name one day. So I own this domain, crystalphoto.com. So what I do is, while I do my side hustle, which is now my main job, because it affords me the opportunity to run out and run right back in, run right out and come right back in, run right out, so I can keep an eye on my folks like that. So, but anyway, what I do is, as I drive around the town, I take pictures. I take pictures with my camera. I take pictures. So some of them, a lot of them are out there. I just take pictures. I don't know what to do with them. It's not like I'm selling them, but I thought about that. I tried at some point, but I don't know. It's almost like, sometimes it's just everything is not for sale. I mean, the money is good. Like, yeah, it's good to have the money. It's good. But sometimes you just want to share stuff. Sometimes just want to let people just see. So just let them just share it. It's okay. I took this in D.C. This is in D.C. The new bridge they built. Well, it's not really new. Then this part is in Seattle. When I went to the Amazon for work. That Amazon was my last job, but unfortunately, I couldn't work remotely, so that was the problem. This is in Baltimore. These are some nice buildings. This is Washington, D.C. This is by the harbor. This is the on the left, this old brick-looking place is actually the what is it called? The crypt, the crypt church at the basement in Baltimore Cathedral. Yeah. So I just, as I drive around, I take pictures. Anything, everything, whatever my eyes just, and I have a hashtag. What I saw is my hashtag. But the hashtag is not saw as in SAW, it's ZAW. So what I saw, that's my hashtag. So I started to post all this in, with that hashtag. This is the beautiful, the Conception, Our Lady of the Immaculate Conception Shrine in Washington, D.C. This is Baltimore. This is Baltimore. This is Baltimore. This is the Crypt Church in Baltimore. This is underground, underneath this. It's underneath the cathedral. This is Baltimore. Baltimore. This is inside the Immaculate, the Shrine of the Immaculate Conception. This is D.C. This is Baltimore. Oh yeah, this is Canada. Look at that. Look at that. In the middle of this is where was this? This is it's not Toronto. Where in Canada was this? Is it? It's not Ontario. Oh, well, was it Quebec? I think it was Quebec. Look at what I saw. A Nigerian restaurant. Naija Jollof. Naija Jollof. If you know this jollof is actually has been a jollof, what they call a jollof war. where some countries claim that they are better, they can cook better jollof like Nigeria. Like, I don't know where those countries come from. You know, some people, sometimes after they get independence, they suddenly feel like they are big enough to be called a country. You know, I don't know where they came from. Suddenly they are challenging Nigeria. They're challenging us on different platforms, embarrassing themselves, like just making themselves look stupid. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know, for heaven's sake, we know Nigerians have the best jollof rice. It's you know, everybody knows that. See, that's the problem with this younger generation. They don't understand things. It's written in heaven. Nigeria has the best jollof rice, period. There's no point doubting that. You don't need to argue it. It's okay, accept it. Accept it. Just let it go. It's okay. I expect by the time this broadcast is over, I have zero membership. Yes, this jollof war has been a big issue, and I think a few years ago, I suggested it to the company I was working at the time. Like, they were in with kitchen equipment, and I suggested it to them. I said, I need you all to host this. This is gonna be a market. Like, this is gonna boost your market a lot. I want you guys to host the first ever official jollof rice competition. Let Nigeria finally have the opportunity to humiliate, to destroy, to annihilate, to put to rest, to show their burial ground and give them shovel. All these other countries that feel like because they know how to cook a little something, that they think they can come out and compete with us and our jollof rice. Do you know jollof rice in Nigeria is like, oh my gosh, like, it is more popular than the Ten Commandments. It is even, this is a country that every street has at least 5 churches. But I can tell you right now, jollof rice is more popular than Jesus. I'm telling you right now, jollof rice. Oh yes. Oh my God. Any party without jollof rice. Any party without jollof rice, I don't know what you're celebrating again. Like, I don't, you alone really know what you're truly, honestly celebrating. Because without jollof rice, it's you know, it's a done deal. So I asked them, host this. It's going to make you guys really put you on the map, but they didn't. But some other people hosted it anyway. And I heard another, a country won it. I don't even know what country. Nonsense. Yes, Nigeria has the best. If you see any Nigerian restaurant, ask them for jollof rice. Come on, man. You will. It's the you know the unique thing. You know the unique thing about Nigeria jollof rice. It is one dish that, although it is universal, it is expected to be different everywhere. There is no tribe in Nigeria that cooks jollof rice that their jollof rice tastes the same. So it's not like Chinese food that everybody, it's not like some people want it to be like Chinese food where, you go to this, if you go to Japan, if you go to, well, I've not been to Japan. If you go to DC, if you go to Maryland, if you go to Virginia, any place you go for Chinese food, you expect the same taste. General Tso's chicken, all that stuff. But it's kind of different with jollof. Jollof is different. Jollof cannot be constrained. Jollof cannot be tied down. Jollof cannot be, you cannot define jollof, but you will know jollof when you have jollof. When you taste jollof, you will know jollof. So, yeah, this is serious business. I have to go. I beg. I need to go. I have to go make money today, please. I can't sit here and just entertain people and still go hungry. I beg. Let me go. Let me go make some money today. Today is Friday of all days. Have a wonderful, 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 and blessed day. And I really look forward to, I know something good is going to happen. I know. Because I believe very strongly. I believe that let me make it personal, because I can't say it works for me, therefore it must work for you. But let me just say what works for me. And then if it works for you, fine. But just know that it is out there and it is working for somebody. Okay. So what works for me is this belief that whatever difficulty that come my way, especially that which I did not, that I have no control over, no matter how difficult it looks, it is a cross that I can carry. Yes. Sometimes it may not be very obvious. Right now, I have nothing. But if you see me on the streets, you will think I have everything. You will hear me. If you hear somebody laughing, if you hear a laughter out there, it is my voice. And it is not just today. It has been throughout my entire life. My joy and my happiness comes from a source that I cannot explain to you. But there has been a lot of hurt. There has been a lot of pain. Because sometimes it takes pain to grow. I don't like when that's the only way people grow, because I want people to grow other ways. I want people to grow in happiness. I want people to grow in love. I want people to grow in many other ways. But it's so sad that in our society, a lot of us, we grow from pain. We learn how not to treat others from the way we have been treated. We feel we have the burden of stopping this long chain, this long curse, where people tend to extend to others whatever has been done to them. I find that very prevalent here in the US. A lot of people feel A lot of people have no problem extending their pain to others. And that's not good. But anyway, have a pleasant evening. And let's see, it's 4 p.m. It depends on if I make some quick bucks out there. If I do, then I'll probably be back by, let's say, 11 p.m. and I'll do a quick last flight from. I like to start where I ended. So now we just landed where? Where was this? This was Atlanta, right? We just flew. Yes, DC to Atlanta, right? So we can now do Atlanta to New York, Newark, wherever, or just Atlanta to Miami. You know, something like that. We can just do an hour flight before I go to bed. So, but yeah, let me go and make it happen. So I thank you. I'm very, very grateful. I'm glad you guys are taking the time to listen to all this, you know. And I just pray that, you know, one thing, like I said, you know, I believe it so strongly. No cross that comes my way is impossible for me to bear. I may have to make some phone calls. I may have to cry out. I may have to humble myself in ways that, you know, it may challenge me, but I will come out a better person. Because it's a stepping stone. It's growth. It's growth. A wound sometimes needs to decay before it can heal. So I can talk you to death, trust me. But like I told them, like I told my colleagues at Amazon, it's because I come from a lot of pain. Like, it's so easy for me to break down in tears. Like, it's like I can just, that's why I said I probably should start acting movies. Excuse me. I need water. I'm like, oh my goodness. I'm like, if they say, okay, sir, okay, this is, we want you to act this movie where you look sad. I'm like, huh? You want me to act a movie looking sad? I'm like, forget the script. I wrote this movie. By the time I finish this movie, you will have people threatening to commit suicide. I told them that, oh my goodness, I wish somebody would give me an audition, for heaven's sake. Like, I have been through so much shit. I'm sorry, I shouldn't. This is supposed to be okay, don't curse. I would never, that just reminded me of when I was teaching in the Catholic school. They reported me to the principal that I cursed. I just came to the US New that time. And the principal asked me, but why did you curse? I was supposed to be a monk. I'm like, but I thought it was okay. Everybody was using it. I said, I saw some parents saying that out here. I saw some students saying that, so I felt it was okay. They're like, no. As a teacher, you can't curse. No, you can't curse. No. The parents can curse, yes. The students can curse, but you, no, you can't curse. Because I remember telling one of my students, you're so... And I think what made it worse was also my Nigerian accent was so strong then. Oh my goodness. Oh my gosh. Sometimes the kids, they were making fun of me. So come on, man. It was anyway, let's no, but yeah, okay. Let's I need to go. So why did I even start talking about that oneself? Hi, now I forgot. I'm having so much fun doing this. But anyway, please, everybody, take good care of yourselves. Help. If you can, help. Please, help anybody. It doesn't matter, please. If you can. Even if in your heart you're mad at yourself, even if in your heart you hate the person, if I don't care. If you can, help. Some of you can change another person's life by just making a phone call. Just a phone call. Some of you can change another person's life by just one click. You know, we need more people like you. If you can help, help. Help people if you can. Grudgingly if you must, but just help. Because things are really bad out there. And a lot of people are not good at opening their mouths. A lot of people do not know how to. Okay. I'm supposed to be going out, but okay. When I was during COVID, my school was they shut down my school, and I went into looking for work and all that was so difficult then. So I resorted to taxi services like Uber and Lyft, and I discovered that I didn't really have so much of not so much of an entertainment, but I wanted to listen to something about something meaningfully African as I'm driving Uber, as I'm working, and there was none. So I created a radio station. I call it Farika Radio. And what I was doing there was basically, it was going to be my way of like explaining, talking about things relating to things that people like myself, people in diaspora, people that kind of have some kind of identity crisis, like I had discussed earlier before. I really had some identity crisis when I came here, because coming here, the people that look like me think because I'm from Africa, that I'm not like them. Then the people that don't look like me, because I look like the other people, automatically treat me like the other people. So I had nowhere to go. I couldn't go either. I was just I just found myself stranded right there in the middle. I tried so much to blend in. I tried so much to get accepted by the African American community. I tried everything I could to really blend in, to be seen. But it's like every time I just open my mouth, the next thing is, where you from? And once I hear that, where you from, it's like a door. It's like, we dress alike, we look alike, everything is fine, everything is going fine. Then suddenly I say something, and then, where you from? Once I hear where you from, I know I've lost. I know I've lost. So it was tough. So I needed a forum for that sort of thing. So I created that. And this is why I'm mentioning it. On one occasion, one of my passengers, I was listening to my radio station, Farika Radio. And because I play back, like I do recordings, then I play them back, and I play music, African music like Burna Boy, all of them. So I had a lady. I picked up a lady, and she asked, "Oh, what station is that?" Oh, I said, "Oh, it's my radio station." I had the app and everything. So she was gonna download it into her iPhone, and she asked me why. What inspired you to do this? So I told her that sometimes I go through depression. Sometimes I go through mental health, and it's difficult. Sometimes I feel sometimes isolated, especially since my background is one in 100 million people share my background. I grew up in the monastery, basically. So the monastery and everything about it is who I represent, is who I am. So most people have never been to most people have never been to the monastery, not to talk of understanding the life, living by such deep ethics, living by such deep standards. Very rarely can I say that I have friends, very, very, very few friends, because I discovered that people never will treat me as good as I treat them. Like, you call me 2 o'clock in the morning, I'm that friend I'm getting in my car, I just got home to sleep, but a friend needs me and I'm going out to help. And the same friend that I did that for, I needed help, and he was at a party 5 blocks away, but he couldn't help me because he was I needed to give him some more time. So a lot of things changed in my life when I started treating people the way they treated me. A lot of people saw the post where I said that one of the things I have to learn is that I'm not Jesus. I'm a Christian, but I'm not Jesus. They are two different things. I used to think I'm Jesus. I used to be able to not to say no. I'm the yes. Even if I don't have it, I'm now spending time looking for ways I can get it for you. I don't have it. I should have just said no, I don't have it. I'll say yes. Now I've now put the drama on me, because now I'm looking for ways to do what I am not even capable of doing in the first place. And of course, a person that is like that, people will take advantage of that. So most often, yes, I've had people take advantage of my friendship, and it feels lonely out there sometimes, because you know that people will not do for you what you do for them. But it feels like, but if you still don't accept them, you have nobody. It's like it's that low. It's like the bars are that low. So, but anyway, that's neither here nor there. So let me go. I'll be back later on tonight to do another flight, a short flight, or tomorrow in the afternoon or in the morning. All right, everybody, take care of your friends, take care of each other. You don't know when. The only thing you can be sure of right now is that you are not sure of the next hour. You are not sure of tomorrow. But we all live. You see people live and make decisions about others like as if they are 100% sure that they are going to be here tomorrow. But nobody can say for sure. I've seen people just literally just go to sleep and not wake up. It happens every day. People wake up, go to work, they don't come back home. It happens every day. A lot of times, most people do not know when. You know, most people do not know when. But we act like as if we are so sure. You know, so please take care of each other. Help people if you can. 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 Please help people if you can. Please. We have enough to go around. Please help if you can. Please help. Please, if you can, help.